Did you know that the one food you probably threw away this morning could be the key to restoring your blood flow and strength down there after 60? If you're experiencing weaker morning erections, that heavy feeling in your legs, or you've noticed your intimate moments just aren't what they used to be, what I'm about to tell you might completely change how you see your breakfast routine. You've probably been told that your declining circulation is just part of getting older. But what if I told you that one simple morning food that costs less than 50 cents could help restore the blood flow your body desperately needs? What if the solution isn't hiding in expensive pills or complicated treatments, but sitting right there in your kitchen, and you've been overlooking it for years? Please like and share this video, then subscribe to the channel for more health tips. I'm Dr. Vicky, and I've been a practicing urologist for over 28 years. I've sat across from thousands of men who came into my office frustrated, embarrassed, and convinced that their best days were behind them. Men who whispered about problems they couldn't discuss with their wives. Men who avoided intimacy because they feared disappointing their partners. And men who had tried everything from expensive supplements to prescription medications without getting the results they desperately wanted. But here's what I've discovered after treating over 15,000 patients. The answer isn't found in a pharmacy or a doctor's prescription pad. It's found in understanding how your body actually works and giving it exactly what it needs to restore healthy circulation naturally. Before we go any further, you need to understand something crucial. Everything I'm about to share with you is based on solid medical research and real results I've seen in my practice. This isn't about quick fixes or miracle cures. This is about understanding your body's natural ability to heal and restore itself when you provide the right conditions. If you're serious about reclaiming your vitality and you want information you can trust, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. I share evidence-based health information specifically designed for men over 50, and I never waste your time with fluff or false promises. Now let me tell you about a patient I'll call James, a 72-year-old retired mechanic who walked into my office last spring. He'd been married to his high school sweetheart for 48 years, and he told me with tears in his eyes that he felt like he was failing her. His morning erections had disappeared completely. He couldn't walk upstairs without getting winded, and he'd started avoiding physical intimacy altogether. James had tried 3 different prescription medications, spent hundreds of dollars on supplements he saw advertised online, and even considered more invasive treatments. But when I asked him about his morning routine, something interesting came up. Like most men his age, James had been told to avoid certain foods because of cholesterol concerns. He'd switched to egg whites, eliminated red meat, and was basically eating what he thought was a heart-healthy diet. But here's the problem. In trying to protect his heart, he'd accidentally starved his body of the exact nutrients it needed to maintain healthy blood flow everywhere else. The morning food I'm talking about is something that's been demonized for decades, yet it contains the perfect combination of nutrients your body needs to restore circulation, strengthen blood vessels, and support healthy hormone production. I'm talking about whole eggs, specifically the yolk, which you've probably been told to avoid. But here's what the research actually shows, and this might surprise you. The cholesterol in egg yolks isn't the enemy you've been told it is. In fact, your body needs cholesterol to produce testosterone, the hormone that's absolutely essential for maintaining healthy blood flow and sexual function. When you avoid egg yolks, you're essentially starving your body of the building blocks it needs to maintain the very systems you're trying to support. Let me explain exactly why this works and how you can use this information starting tomorrow morning. Inside every egg yolk, you'll find a compound called choline. Now, choline might not be a household name, but it's absolutely critical for something called nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up, allowing blood to flow freely throughout your body. Without adequate nitric oxide, your blood vessels remain constricted, limiting blood flow to all the areas where you need it most. But here's the fascinating part. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at producing nitric oxide naturally. That's why you might notice that problems seem to get worse over time. It's not just about getting older, it's about your body lacking the raw materials it needs to maintain healthy circulation. But choline is just the beginning. Egg yolks also contain something called lecithin, which helps your body process and utilize fats more effectively. This is crucial because healthy fats are essential for hormone production and cell membrane health. When your cell membranes are healthy, they can respond better to hormonal signals, including the signals that trigger increased blood flow. Think of it like this. If your blood vessels are like highways, then lecithin helps keep those highways smooth and well-maintained, allowing traffic to flow efficiently. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Egg yolks contain a specific type of vitamin called vitamin K2. You might have heard of vitamin K, but K2 is special because it helps direct calcium to where it belongs in your bones and teeth, while preventing it from building up in your arteries. This is absolutely critical for you as a man over 60 because arterial calcification is one of the main reasons blood flow becomes restricted as you age. When calcium builds up in your arteries, they become stiff and narrow, making it much harder for blood to flow through them. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic director, making sure calcium goes where it's needed and stays away from where it can cause problems. But perhaps the most important component in egg yolks for your circulation is something called coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10. This compound is like the spark plug for your cell's energy production. Every cell in your body needs CoQ10 to produce energy efficiently, but it's especially important for your heart muscle cells and the smooth muscle cells that line your blood vessels. As you age, your natural CoQ10 production declines significantly. By the time you're 60, you might be producing only half as much CoQ10 as you did when you were 30. This decline directly impacts your circulation because your heart and blood vessels simply don't have the energy they need to function optimally. Here's what I found remarkable about James's case. Within 3 weeks of adding 2 whole eggs to his morning routine, he noticed his energy levels improving. Within 6 weeks, his morning erections started returning. By the 3-month mark, he told me he felt like a different man. But James's success wasn't just about the eggs themselves. It was about understanding the complete picture of how nutrition affects circulation and implementing a comprehensive approach. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You've been told for years that eggs, especially the yolks, are bad for your cholesterol. You might have been advised by well-meaning doctors to stick to egg whites or avoid eggs altogether. But here's what the latest research tells us, and this is based on studies involving hundreds of thousands of people followed for decades. For most people, dietary cholesterol has very little impact on blood cholesterol levels. Your liver produces about 80% of the cholesterol in your body, and when you eat more cholesterol, your liver simply produces less. It's a natural balancing act that your body has been doing successfully for your entire life. More importantly, recent studies have shown that men who eat whole eggs regularly actually have better cardiovascular health markers than those who avoid them. They have higher levels of HDL, the so-called good cholesterol, better insulin sensitivity, and improved markers of inflammation. All of these factors contribute directly to better circulation and sexual health. The key is understanding that cholesterol isn't inherently bad. It's essential for life. Without adequate cholesterol, your body can't produce testosterone, vitamin D, or maintain healthy cell membranes. When you artificially restrict cholesterol intake, you're essentially handicapping your body's ability to maintain these critical functions. But eggs alone aren't the complete solution. To maximize the circulation-boosting benefits, you need to understand how to combine them with other nutrients that work synergistically. This is where most men make a crucial mistake. They focus on individual foods or supplements instead of understanding how nutrients work together to support overall health. For example, the vitamin K2 in egg yolks works much more effectively when combined with vitamin D3. Together, these 2 vitamins help regulate calcium metabolism and support healthy blood vessel function. The easiest way to get vitamin D3 is through sensible sun exposure, but during winter months, or if you live in a northern climate, you might need to consider supplementation. Similarly, the choline in egg yolks works synergistically with B vitamins, particularly folate and B12, to support nitric oxide production. This is why I often recommend that my patients eat their eggs with leafy green vegetables, which are rich in folate, or with a small portion of fish, which provides B12. This combination creates a powerful nutritional foundation for healthy circulation that goes far beyond what any single food can provide. Let me tell you about another patient, Robert, who came to see me last year. Robert was 68 and had been dealing with circulation problems for over 5 years. He'd tried prescription medications, but the side effects were intolerable. He'd spent a fortune on supplements that promised miraculous results, but delivered nothing but disappointment. When I suggested he start eating 2 whole eggs every morning, he was skeptical. He'd been avoiding eggs for 15 years because his previous doctor had told him they were dangerous for his heart. But Robert was desperate enough to try anything, so he agreed to give it a month. The results were remarkable, but not for the reasons you might expect. Yes, Robert noticed improvements in his circulation and energy levels, but the most significant change was in his overall quality of life. For years, he'd been living in fear, constantly worried about his health, avoiding activities he enjoyed, and feeling like his body was betraying him. The simple act of taking control of his nutrition, of doing something positive for his health every single morning, gave him back a sense of agency and hope that he hadn't felt in years. When you start your day by consciously choosing foods that support your health, you're not just nourishing your body, you're reinforcing a positive mindset that impacts every aspect of your well-being. This confidence and optimism actually contribute to better circulation because stress and anxiety constrict blood vessels, while relaxation and confidence promote healthy blood flow. Now, let's talk about the practical aspects of implementing this in your daily routine. The timing of when you eat your eggs can make a significant difference in their effectiveness for circulation. I recommend eating them first thing in the morning, ideally within an hour of waking up. This is when your body's natural hormone production is at its peak and providing the raw materials for hormone synthesis at this time can maximize their beneficial effects. Additionally, eating protein-rich foods like eggs early in the day helps stabilize your blood sugar levels, which is crucial for maintaining healthy blood vessels. The preparation method also matters more than you might think. I recommend cooking your eggs in a way that preserves as many nutrients as possible while making them easily digestible. Soft-boiled or poached eggs are ideal because the yolks remain liquid, preserving the heat-sensitive nutrients like CoQ10 and some of the B vitamins. If you prefer scrambled eggs, cook them gently over low heat with a small amount of healthy fat, like grass-fed butter or olive oil. Avoid overcooking, as this can oxidize the cholesterol and reduce the nutritional benefits. Here's something that might surprise you about the quality of eggs you choose. Not all eggs are created equal when it comes to circulation-boosting nutrients. Eggs from pasture-raised hens contain significantly higher levels of vitamin K2, CoQ10, and omega-3 fatty acids compared to conventional eggs. The hen's diet directly impacts the nutritional content of their eggs, and hens that eat a natural diet of insects, grass, and plants produce eggs with a much better nutrient profile. If possible, source your eggs from local farmers who raise their hens on pasture. But even if you can only find conventional eggs at your local grocery store, they're still incredibly beneficial for your circulation. The key is consistency rather than perfection. Eating 2 conventional eggs every morning is far better for your circulation than eating the most expensive, highest quality eggs once a week. Your body needs a steady supply of these nutrients to maintain healthy blood flow, and sporadic intake won't provide the sustained benefits you're looking for. Let me address a concern that many of my patients have raised over the years. You might worry that eating eggs every day will become boring or that you'll get tired of the taste. This is where creativity comes into play. There are dozens of ways to prepare eggs, and varying your preparation method can keep your morning routine interesting while still providing the circulation-boosting benefits you need. One week you might enjoy soft-boiled eggs with a sprinkle of sea salt and black pepper. The next week, you could try poached eggs over sautéed spinach. The following week, perhaps scrambled eggs with herbs from your garden. The key is to view your morning eggs not as a chore or medical treatment, but as a foundation for exploring new flavors and cooking techniques. This positive association with your morning routine makes it much more likely that you'll stick with it long term. And consistency is absolutely crucial for seeing real improvements in circulation and overall health. Now, I want to share something that took me years to fully understand as a practicing urologist. The men who see the most dramatic improvements in their circulation and sexual health aren't necessarily the ones who follow the most complex protocols or spend the most money on treatments. They're the ones who make simple, sustainable changes and stick with them consistently over time. The compound effect of eating circulation-supporting foods every single day for months and years is far more powerful than any short-term intervention, no matter how expensive or sophisticated. This is why I'm so passionate about sharing this information about eggs with you. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, and it doesn't require any special equipment or medical supervision. But when done consistently, it can provide profound improvements in your circulation, energy levels, and overall quality of life. The research supporting this approach is solid, the risks are minimal, and the potential benefits are enormous. Let me tell you about one more patient who perfectly illustrates this principle. William was 74 when he first came to see me, and he was convinced that his declining health was just an inevitable part of aging. He'd accepted that his energy levels would continue to decline, that his circulation problems would get worse, and that his best years were behind him. But William was willing to try the morning egg routine, partly because it reminded him of his childhood when his grandmother would make him eggs every morning before school. 6 months later, William looked and felt like a different man. His energy levels had improved dramatically. His circulation problems had largely resolved, and he'd regained a sense of vitality that he thought was gone forever. But perhaps most importantly, William had stopped thinking of himself as an old man whose body was failing him. Instead, he saw himself as someone who was actively taking steps to maintain and improve his health. This brings me to an important point about your expectations and timeline. When you start incorporating eggs into your morning routine, you might notice some improvements within the first few weeks, but the most significant changes typically occur over a period of months. Your body needs time to rebuild and repair the systems that support healthy circulation. Think of it like renovating a house. You might see some improvements right away, but the most dramatic changes happen gradually as each system is restored to optimal function. During your first month, you might notice improvements in your energy levels and sleep quality. The B vitamins and choline in eggs support nervous system function, which can lead to better sleep and more stable energy throughout the day. During your second and third months, improvements in circulation become more apparent. This is when you might notice stronger morning erections, better endurance during physical activity, and improved sensation. By the 3 to 6 month mark, the full benefits typically become apparent, including significant improvements in overall vitality and quality of life. It's important for you to understand that these improvements aren't just about sexual health, although that's often what you'll notice first. Better circulation affects every system in your body. When blood flows more efficiently, your brain gets more oxygen and nutrients, leading to better mental clarity and mood. Your muscles receive better nutrient delivery and waste removal, leading to improved strength and recovery. Your skin looks healthier because it's receiving better blood flow. Even your digestion can improve because your digestive organs are receiving optimal blood flow. This is why I always tell my patients that improving circulation isn't just about addressing one specific problem. It's about optimizing your entire body's function. When you provide your body with the nutrients it needs to maintain healthy blood flow, you're investing in your long-term health and quality of life in ways that extend far beyond any single symptom or concern. Now, let me talk about some common mistakes that can undermine the effectiveness of this approach. The first mistake is inconsistency. You might eat eggs religiously for a week or two, then skip several days, then start again. This stop-and-start approach doesn't allow your body to build up the nutrient stores it needs to support optimal circulation. Your body is constantly using these nutrients for various functions, and without a steady supply, you won't see the sustained improvements you're looking for. The second mistake is focusing solely on eggs while ignoring other aspects of health that affect circulation. While eggs are incredibly beneficial, they work best as part of a comprehensive approach to health. If you're eating eggs every morning but still smoking, drinking excessively, or living a completely sedentary lifestyle, you're not going to see the improvements you want. Think of eggs as a powerful tool in your health toolkit, but remember that they work best when combined with other healthy habits. The third mistake is expecting immediate, dramatic results. In our culture of instant gratification, you might expect to see significant improvements within days or weeks. While some improvements can happen relatively quickly, the most profound changes in circulation and overall health occur over months and years. This is actually a good thing because it means the improvements are likely to be sustainable rather than temporary. Here's something I want you to understand about the current state of men's health advice. Much of what you hear in the media or read online is focused on quick fixes and dramatic interventions. There's an entire industry built around selling men expensive supplements, procedures, and treatments that promise immediate results. While some of these approaches have their place, they often overlook the fundamental importance of proper nutrition and lifestyle habits. The approach I'm sharing with you today, the simple practice of eating 2 whole eggs every morning, is based on a different philosophy. Instead of trying to override your body's natural systems with external interventions, we're working with your body's natural ability to heal and maintain itself. We're providing the raw materials your body needs to function optimally, then allowing your body's natural wisdom to use those materials most effectively. This approach has several advantages over more aggressive interventions. First, it's sustainable long-term. You can eat eggs every morning for the rest of your life without any negative consequences, and in fact, the benefits are likely to compound over time. Second, it's cost-effective. 2 eggs cost less than $1, making this one of the most economical health interventions you can implement. Third, it has positive side effects rather than negative ones. While prescription medications often come with a long list of potential side effects, eating eggs provides benefits that extend to multiple systems in your body. But perhaps most importantly, this approach puts you in control of your health. Instead of being dependent on doctors, prescriptions, or expensive treatments, you're taking simple, practical steps that you can implement immediately. This sense of agency and control over your health is incredibly empowering and can have positive effects that extend far beyond physical health. As we near the end of our time together today, I want to leave you with a challenge. For the next 30 days, I want you to commit to eating 2 whole eggs every morning. Don't make any other major changes to your routine during this time. Don't start any new supplements or exercise programs. Just focus on this one simple change and pay attention to how you feel. Keep a simple journal if you want, noting your energy levels, sleep quality, and any other changes you notice. After 30 days, take an honest assessment of how you feel compared to how you felt when you started. I'm confident that if you're consistent with this simple practice, you'll notice improvements that motivate you to continue. And once you've established this foundation, you can build on it by incorporating other circulation-supporting habits like regular walking, stress management, and other nutritious foods. Remember, your goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every positive choice you make for your health matters, and small, consistent actions compound over time to create remarkable results. The men who see the most dramatic improvements in their health and vitality aren't the ones who make the most dramatic changes all at once. They're the ones who make simple, sustainable changes and stick with them consistently over time. If you found this information helpful, please share this video with other men who might benefit from it. Too many men suffer in silence with circulation problems, thinking there's nothing they can do or that expensive treatments are their only option. By sharing evidence-based practical information like this, we can help more men reclaim their vitality and improve their quality of life. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more evidence-based health information specifically designed for men over 50. I'm committed to sharing practical science-backed strategies that you can implement immediately to improve your health and vitality. Until next time, take care of yourself. And remember that it's never too late to start making positive changes for your health.